Hey guys and gals, just did a ride tonight using my REVER app and ended up riding a road that I wasn't but just so thrilled about. So I want to show how to edit a route and take out a turn or a road, just remove that from the ride. So if you want to ride the ride in the future, you could just take that particular turn out. Like maybe you found out that road ended up being a dead end. The road was not not what you anticipated. So like this particular ride tonight was probably a good third of it were roads that I was not familiar with, roads that I was trying to use for an upcoming ride. And one of the turns just ended up being some grassy 2-track. I swear it looked like I thought I was going to end up in somebody's backyard. It did not end up that way, but it certainly seemed like it was going that way. So anyway, I'm going to show how to do that. Just frankly, I learned myself. So I was just going to kind of show a little video right quick. So this is just the base page, like your profile page of how REVER would come up. And you would just everything is listed out here. My activities, if you're part of communities, challenges you may have joined, friends that are on REVER, things like that. So I'm in Central North Carolina, so you can see the vast majority of my rides. This is just the last month, I think, or last 30 days. Yeah, must just be the last 30 days, 18 activities. So anyway, you can see all the vast majority of my rides are Central North Carolina. So I live about an hour south of Greensboro, hour southwest of Raleigh, and due east of Charlotte. I'm about an hour from all of them. So kind of close to the Uwharrie National Forest. That's where I do the majority of my riding, right over here. So that's kind of, you can see the grouping of all your rides. So right here under the map, there are, you can list out or thumbnail the rides that you've already done, your tracked rides or your planned rides. So this was a planned ride. I planned this ride this morning. I click on the title, brings up a cool elevation profile. What elevation, you can even drag the little slider across here, what distance, what elevation you are. Pretty cool. Everything here is under 1,000 feet, but quite a bit of up and down once we got out here towards a section where we're at called High Rock Lake on the other side of Uwharrie, which is a national forest. There's 4 national forests in North Carolina, and we happen to be lucky enough to live, I'm about 40 minutes from there, so I can bust over there after work, weekends, all that. Anyway, so this is how the route was laid out. I want to edit the route, so I'm going to click the lower right-hand corner on the map. It says edit the route, and you can just use your roller wheel to roll in on the route, just like normal magnification on any other thing. And this little jog right here, 32, 33, 34, 35, just ended up being, I swear it was somebody's driveway. It wasn't their driveway. Well, actually, frankly, it may have been their driveway. It is a signed North Carolina road, and it was okay to ride, but it just felt weird. You ever ride on a road that you're like, this is public. It doesn't have the yellow private label on it, but it wasn't that good, number one. And number two, I did kind of feel like I was in somebody's backyard, and we certainly don't want to jeopardize any access and have any issues with somebody being like, these crazy motorcycle people rode down our road. So there's no benefit to keeping this road on here. I don't think that road, anybody would look at this road in retrospect and say that's a road that is anticipated to be used by anyone other than people that live on this road. So I'm going to remove it. Anyway, so you got a couple of tools up here, a couple of widgets. This one right here, view waypoints for this ride. So I'm going to view the waypoints. And you can turn it on and off. You can toggle it on and off by clicking. So we need to remove 32, 33, and 34, and 35. So we'll just scroll down here. There you can see there's little X's. Now the X's kind of go away. They're white, so they don't show up. I'm just going to remove these. Let's see what we got there. All right, so we still need to take 32 off. So it does change the numbering sequence as you remove waypoints. You can see they close the gap. So there we go. And you can see we have removed those waypoints. So now when I do this ride in the future, I can zippity-doo-dah right back onto the route. So once I'm done, continue. All the stuff, everything else remain the same, and save it. And anytime you create a new route, I guess, and anytime you edit it as well, you can always save it. Do you want to share it with somebody else that's on the REVER app, via Facebook, email? I find with my contacts being in my phone, the easiest way to do this is save it within REVER on the desktop or your laptop using the actual web platform. And then I will go in the app and share the route with friends from the app. I find that's a little bit easier for me. Anyway, if you've got any questions, reach out, ask any questions you've got about the app. I love the app. I've tried some other ones. This is the one that I have used. I've used it probably about a year. It's a good app. It's very easy to follow. I use the blue route line is the way that I do the app. I find that's the easiest for me. Anyway, if you've got any questions about the REVER app, don't hesitate to put them in the comment box. I'll respond back. And thanks. Happy riding.